Nations can endure crises, sanctions, even wars. But no land can survive once its rivers run dry. Across Iran, lakes have disappeared, aquifers have been drained, and rivers have turned into beds of cracked mud. Put simply, Iran is losing its water. Nowhere is this collapse more symbolic, more tragic than in Isfahan. Once the beating heart of Persian culture and art, known for its stunning architecture and thriving commerce, the city now struggles with a slow, suffocating death. The Zayandeh Rud, a river whose very name meant giver of life, has been reduced to a barren scar across the land. For months at a time, not a drop of water flows. Instead of reaching the river and the people, the water is diverted toward industries and politically connected farms. One steel plant alone, tied to the Mobarakeh Steel Complex, consumes more than 210 million cubic meters of water every year, nearly 40% of what the provinces of Isfahan, Yazd, and Kerman combined consume. This is not an isolated abuse. Rather than correcting course, the government doubles down on reckless projects with no environmental oversight. The results are visible everywhere. Wetlands gone, farmland ruined, soil collapsing, unemployment rising. If the trend continues, the people of southern and central Iran will suffer most. Experts predict that by 2050, millions will be forced to migrate north in search of water, a wave of displacement that could deepen ethnic and social divisions. Iran's water crisis is not the work of nature alone. It is the product of mismanagement, overconsumption, and the negligence of institutions that claim to safeguard the nation. But nature does not bend to politics. Every river, every lake, keeps its own unforgiving ledger. Today, Iran ranks as the fourth most water-stressed country in the world. The World Resources Institute warns that the country is nearing day zero, the point at which the taps run dry. This is not just about drought. It is about a fatal philosophy. Successive governments, whether conservative or reformist, have treated water not as a strategic treasure, but as a cheap, infinite resource. That short-sightedness has blocked every path to sustainability. In Iran, people speak of a water mafia, a network of ministers, corporate bosses, and Revolutionary Guard lobbyists who bend laws for profit. At the center of it lies the Iran Water and Power Resources Development Company, the main contractor for dams and water transfer projects. Since the 1990s, its executives have steered Iran's water policy toward ecological collapse. The dam-building frenzy is the clearest sign. In 2012, Iran had 316 dams. Just 6 years later, that number had doubled to 647, with plans for 100 more, almost all without environmental review. Today, many dams are running dry, like the Latian Dam near Tehran, once the capital's main water source, now a shadow of its former self. Desperation has driven farmers to drill deeper and deeper. Iran now has more than 660,000 legal wells, and some 360,000 illegal ones. Aquifers that once held over 500 billion cubic meters have been drained by up to 70%.
Wow.
Rainfall cannot keep up. Overpumping, combined with drought, shattered the natural balance. Agriculture is the heart of the problem. It consumes 90% of Iran's water, mostly through wasteful traditional methods. Around Lake Urmia, land has been handed to companies, often tied to the military, for watermelon cultivation. Each kilogram of watermelon devours 150 liters of water, only to be sold cheaply. In effect, Iran is exporting its precious water for almost nothing. The lakes are dying one after another. Lake Urmia has lost more than 90% of its volume, yet the government clings to its policy of food self-sufficiency, a goal made harsher by sanctions and the war in Ukraine. But in chasing it, Iran is burning through its most vital asset, water itself. Signs of the crisis now reach every corner of the country, even the lush northern provinces of Gilan and Mazandaran. But in the central plateau, the eastern and the southern Alborz, the situation is catastrophic. To compensate, the government has turned to colossal water transfer schemes. 5 pipelines are planned to move desalinated water from the Persian Gulf and the Sea of Oman to provinces like Kerman, Yazd, Isfahan, Sista Baluchistan, Khorasan. These projects may keep industries and cities alive for a time, but they are costly, energy-intensive, and offer only a temporary reprieve. History has shown that such transfers fuel unrest. From Khuzestan to Chaharmal and Bakhtiari, communities have risen in protest as their rivers were diverted to feed distant factories and cities, because many of these provinces are home to Arab Luar, Kurdish, and Turkic communities. While the recipient regions are often Persian majority, water transfers have deepened distrust. In Khuzestan, Arab residents accuse the state of trying to displace them by bringing in Luars. In West Azerbaijan, the drying of Lake Urmia has already planted seeds of division between Khuzestan Turks and Kurds. Analysts warn, if the crisis is not contained, the next 2 decades could see millions of Iranians forced to migrate. Such mass displacement could unravel the fragile threads of social cohesion. Drought doesn't just kill crops, it redraws the borders within a nation.